Oh ho. Give that time going. Here we are. Here we are. Welcome, welcome, welcome to our Sacred Wednesday session. Yeah, here we gather around the fire of love. We look at that fire of love. Take that inhale. There it is. Hold the breath. There's that fire of love, transforming this physical flesh from non-movement to movement. Exhale out the mouth. Make a little sound. Ha. Allowing you to co-create with this life force that comes to us, this consciousness and life force. We can create sound, co-creation. Here, right in here, this fire of love. This is what we come to represent, bring our gifts, transform in the name of love. See, that love comes to you in that breath. It takes care of you. So we're looking at these gifts that we have. We're empowering ourselves, taking that breath consciously, empowering ourselves to bring forth that gift that we've come to bring that will do the same, right? Bring nourishment to life. That's what we do in our Sacred Wednesday sessions. This is what we do. Get a little snack of life force and energy and awakening so that we can travel through the rest of the week, through our day, and maybe awaken and have that enlightenment moment. So let's go ahead and tune in. I'll let you know about what we're going to talk about today. On Wednesdays, we really get into just getting getting a snack of life force. On Sundays, you can get the full course. Come for your whole buffet of soul food. Yeah. All right. For now, let's bring our palms together. Rub them vigorously. Get a sense of your ability to awaken by feeling the warmth of the palm of your hands as we use pressure, as we use friction, yeah, as we use our effort and our conscious ability to move this body. A little faster, feel the warmth. Beautiful. Feel as though the sun is between your palms as you press the thumbs into the sternum. We'll tune in with the sound of creation. Oh, as you see that light in the back, that oh. So channeling in the source of creation to give of your breath, letting that energy disperse throughout the body, every cell vibrating. And you can get a sense of it as you feel the sternum underneath your thumbs vibrating. Close your eyes, synchronize our breath together. Inhale, exhale. Inhale to begin. Oh. Oh. And last one, high pitch. Oh. Let's just do one more. Same pitch, a little higher. Play with it on your end. Oh. Let's do one for the eclipse. It feels so sweet on my end. How about you? Inhale. It's time to lift the muscles of the pelvic floor slightly. Oh. Inhale deeply. If it's comfortable for you, lift the muscles for the pelvic floor. Of the pelvic floor. Feel yourself as that container. A container of vibratory energy. Gently exhale out the mouth. I want you to suspend the hands above the legs. Go ahead and touch the index finger and the thumb. I don't remember what that finger was. And just come into long, deep breath. Settle in from where you were before into now. Settle in to this infinite energy being that dwells within this finite space suit. Touch the infinite within by traveling with the breath. Be conscious of the breath. Watch the breath. Hear the breath. And this is your soul mission. When you awaken on the pillow, begin to follow the breath. Keep going. And when you return to the pillow, continue to follow the breath until you release your consciousness into sleep. This is your assignment as we enter into our topic today of accessing the power of conscious resistance. Keep breathing through this. Hold, stay steady, like kind of a yoga nidra. You know, once you drop into that breath, because while I'm talking and you're focusing on your breath is the pranayama exercise of walking into your life focused on your breath. The key here is to stay conscious. So when we experience resistance, we can realize the unconscious resistance, which brings a sense of avoidance, procrastination, those enemies that we need to keep close, meaning. So we're conscious of the procrastination, that habit, that pattern, not necessarily where it came from, but recognizing how it's impeding, it's disturbing our presence in the moment. So we take response to it because we have the ability to focus on our breath. It gives us the ability to focus on being present and releasing the circumstances that are going on around us in terms of releasing it from our attention. So with that consciousness of how we are procrastinating, how we are avoiding, the ways we are embodying resistance, we become conscious of it and we use the resistance to activate. We look at it and say, hey, I'm avoiding doing something. And we use that friction of avoidance and we go into it, into what we're avoiding. Of course, as long as it is in no way doing you any harm. We're speaking about these psychological ways, maybe not even that. We're talking about these ways of thinking that we know are keeping us from what we need to do. And just keep it right there. You know you need to do something, and you're doing something else that's not directly allowing you to accomplish the thing you know you need to do. And we're looking at that knowing being connected to your intuition, is connected to an inspiration that's going to allow you to experience more of what you've come here to experience. When we talk about that more being in alignment with your wealth and the expression of that wealth that comes to you in abundant ways. So before we do our breathing practice today, this is the sixth line. I'm looking at that sixth line as that sixth energy center between the brow, at the brow point, that is bringing this awakening of knowing from a heavenly standpoint, this knowing of your essential activity in this moment. And it comes as a spark of light, of thought, of inspiration, that when you follow it, the things you need unfold, the people you need to meet unfold, the ideas to activate just present themselves so clearly that even though you might feel that resistance that shows up as fear, or what if it fails, these limiting thoughts, you keep walking. You keep walking into the hug of your soul. It says here. I remember being in an emotional rock bottom where I was sleeping in the library of the church. I'm so grateful to the three, uh, call them the three empresses of the First Evangelical Church of Christ, because they graciously welcomed me, and I slept in what was the old office of my mentor, Max. And I remember that grace. And I remember the pattern of looking to find a safe place. But now I was asked to expand. I was being asked to move on. I'd served my time as the healing minister, but I didn't know where to go, what to do. Where would I put my things? I left my home, really feeling, wow, just depressed, really, because I'm looking at the circumstances and not seeing a way out. But then I started chanting. I discovered the Lord's Prayer in Aramaic. I discovered a meditation chant in Kundalini Yoga that was to turn around the energy of lack and poverty. And I started chanting, I started activating. Even though I was in service to the community as the healing minister, it was just heaviness in my heart, which was the old patterns of the past. I could describe them to you as childhood traumas being triggered by certain events that were happening in my life at that time. But I be focusing on the external circumstances. And the key for our practice today is for you to consciously focus on that resistance. And when we say consciously, that means you're going within to see where you need to go, in spite of feeling the uncertainty of these times. Here's the sixth, just the first translation, which looks at the metaphysical, it looks at the cosmic, and it looks at the literal. This is one of our textbooks we use when we're doing our empowerment training course, our 6-month course that really helps you to work through these patterns and reset and rearrange the patterns to live a wealthy life. So in English is, and forgive our debts as we forgive our debtors. Yeah. Washbukulan Chalbain Waktahin. Ikanadaf Kanan Shwachanal Hayabain. Right? That's in Aramaic, uptown style, New Jersey, New York style. I'm sure my enunciation needs a little work, so I got to get around an Aramaic linguist. But let me read you the transliteration. Loose the cords of mistakes binding us, as we release the strands we hold of others' guilt. Forgive our hidden past, the secret shames, as we consistently forgive what others hide. Right? So many beautiful life force nourishing nuggets in those first two lines. Most important to get as we practice a few breathing exercises into a meditation, that you get a sense of the movement of this breath being the movement of your gifts to the world and the movement of your inheritance from the source of creation. And you focus on that inheritance being what allows you to give your gift, to establish whatever it is you need to establish for yourself. For example, for me, I needed to establish peace within my heart and a stillness and steadiness and clarity in my mind. Yeah, I needed a sense in my body, a sense of peace and safety, not just from danger, but just a sense of self-awareness that I could be confident and rely on, right? So I guess you can call that self-confidence. Yeah. All right. We're going to go into clearing the central nerve channel, warming up the spinal flexors, and then we're going to go into a breathing meditation, which is going to be something that I've been working with, but to really release old patterns. So it'll be a Shakti meditation. We're going to warm up the shoulders a little bit before we go into the Shakti meditation. But our first is a purging, a clearing. So bring your hands to your knees if you're in a chair, to your shins if you're on your yoga mat, and begin inhaling forward, exhaling back. Really feel the breath. Feel that long, deep breath going into the hips, rocking the pelvis onto the tailbone. So you're activating the sacrum, which has a pumping action for the spinal fluid and helps to stimulate the pump in the cranium. So you move fluid around the brain and freshen it, freshen the fluids around the spine and the brain. And what does that do? It allows space in your nervous system to flow. So that's why you drink your water, add electrolytes, tune in to your healthcare practitioner and see which electrolytes, what form or shape or way to administer is best for you. Find that out, research that, another soul mission, yeah? So that you replenish yourself with minerals and H2O and allow what needs to be released to be released. And that includes your gift can flow out. So it's not just toxins, but allow your gift to flow. All right. This will be kind of the core of our movement. Now we're purging. Now we want to get into a little purging activation, right? Stimulating the muscles of respiration, massaging the inner organs, lubricating the vertebrae of the spine, getting into the lymphatics around your core. Yeah. So now get into it a little deeper. Not necessarily with speed, but with intention for moving your body now, deepen into it. Now, stay connected and controlled from the inhale forward, exhale back. So don't slam back. Don't just let yourself come back to have a sense of fervor. No, have the fervor being the energy increase with how you're moving the muscles and how you're connecting to the breath. Let the breath expand into the muscles. Inhale. Lift muscles of the pelvic floor, navel point now. As long as you're not on your cycle or pregnant, tuck in the chin. Cannon breath out the mouth. Just going to raise the energy up a bit. Let's just roll the shoulders. And now opposite directions. Stretch your arms out now and give a twist. Like lift the palm up and kind of lean that way. Right? So the hands do like this. Right? So now we're like so. Reaching to the right. Inhale, come in, and let's just bring it here so we can see. And then turn. All right, so one thumb goes down, the other goes up. And now spread your arms out and reach to the left. Nice long, deep inhale. Feel that stretch. Come in, inhale in. Okay, bringing the energy up a little more. Shoulder shrugs, inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up. Lift, pelvic floor, navel point, tuck chin. Feel the energy rise with this lift. Count a breath out the mouth, relax the shoulders down. Shake it out. Shake it, shake it, shake it. All right. Inhale up, exhale down. Really let the upper arms vibrate the ribs. Any shoulder issues, come out this way, maybe down towards the earth, or just imagine. Maybe you might be here. But just bring the elbows in, upper arms into the ribs. We're releasing old generational patterns that are limiting. Five, four, three, two, one. Inhale, reach up. Spread the fingers strong, arms strong. Lift the muscles of the pelvic floor. Cannon breath out the mouth, arms relax down. Place them up, let them be suspended, touching the index finger and the thumb. Hand position that activates the electromagnetic activity of knowing yourself. How about that technology called a mudra? Long, deep breath. And we'll go into our short meditation that is for replenishing, activating the rejuvenating power, but this rejuvenating power that also activates that next layer of being empowered by a particular way of meditating. We're going to be holding the hands like so, breathing in through the mouth, exhaling out the nose. Right hand is on top. Close the eyes. Hold yourself steady. Feeling the power of your ability to replenish, activate the ability to rebuild yourself. Feel the light grow inside. Center of your cranium, center of the heart, and the center of your abdomen. Last cycle of breathing. Next inhale, hold at the top. Lift the muscles of the pelvic floor, navel point draws up and in, tucking the chin, strong arms at the elbow. Cannon breath out the mouth. Hold position, relax the muscles. Inhaling through the mouth. Hold. Lift the muscles of the pelvic floor. Navel point lifts. Draw those muscles in and up. Tuck in the chin. Now let the whole body be strong. Cannon breath out the mouth. Reach up, inhale. Exhale. Again, reach out and up, inhale. Exhale. Feel you washing yourself with this energy you gather, sweeping out anything you no longer need, known, unknown. Let the activity of it be the clearing and regulating energy. One more time. Inhale, up, and exhale. Clearing out, cells glistening like diamonds, shimmering, radiating like the sun. Return to our start position, holding the palms up, suspended over the legs, touching that index finger and thumb. Returning to that long, deep breath. Now you keep breathing in this meditative space as I do our recap. Remember, this is also part of our exercise today of focus. So when you go out into the world, you can focus on your breath, which is bringing you what you need, which is the supreme love, and it will radiate out from you, loosing the cords we hold of others' guilt, freeing us to co-create what we are here to co-create. That allows us to walk wealthy, healthy, and wise. So today we talked about accessing the power of conscious resistance. The way we access the power is to be present and be aware of the resistance to something we need to do, something we need to become, so that our soul, so the essence, the fire of love within us has the freedom to express. And that usually shows up as avoidance or procrastination. I'm sure other ways. But particularly what's important is to be aware of when you know you need to do something. Step into it, even if you don't know how it's going to unfold. Step into the mystery like you're stepping into love with your soul, that you're stepping into the arms of your soul. Of course, you're not just stepping into any circumstance or situation that may create unhealthy results, that may put you in danger, right? What we're talking about is what you know you need to do to take care of yourself. We're not looking to change anything out of obligation or desperation out there. First step in. Malidoma Somé taught us that, medicine man from West Africa. When there is a disturbance in the physical world, it is because there's a disturbance in the invisible realm. And therefore, we need to go in, because that's where the invisible realm initiates itself for the consciousness that we have in this world. Then collectively we can gather, and that's another story. First, you. All right. And that's what my work is about, is you. Knowing the way to be empowered by the puzzles in your life that you face, the experience of life that you are walking through, that you learn a way to be empowered by it, which means you give yourself the authority because you've been given the authority to have responsibility. Yeah, you. You got the ability to create beautiful life that connects to others, and we create beauty. We can pass beauty on to our children. Yeah. With some of the shadows that we didn't handle because it's their destiny to handle those shadows. But at least they'll be embodied, aware, awake, and alive enough with the Holy Spirit to know what to do. Yeah, because they saw us do it. And then it goes on. All right? Beautiful. Did I forget anything? I think that's it. In terms of your mission, keep focused on the breath because it is the way to access the power of resistance. We use resistance when we tuned in, and let's do it as we tune out. Rub the palms together. And we'll tune out as we tuned in. Pressing the thumbs, 3 ohms. Inhale. Om. 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 Thank you, Creator, for bringing us together around this fire of love. And thank you for the way it guides us and opens us up to the co-creative ability we have to bring solutions to the problems we face and spreading beauty everywhere we go. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We ask this for all our family and all our relations. Namaste. Hallelujah. Sat Nam. And we'll see you the next time you see me. All right. One love, family. Take care of yourself. Hydrate. Blessed eclipse. Get your minerals in. Snack more towards leafy green juicy foods that the Creator designed versus what has been packaged or put together by humans, especially during this eclipse period. The next one is going to come for the moon, that lunar business. So we're going deeper into the internal realm, appropriate as we approach the winter solstice. So we'll talk about more of that for the autumn breath series. All right. Take care of yourself. One love.